Okay, for those of you who keep up with us, it's been probably a week. I don't know. It's becoming a lot of episodes of this, and we don't even have a plan for when this is going to go up. So I don't know how long it's been for you. For me, it's been a couple seconds. If you're watching this on an archive, it's probably been about the same. We're going to go into this elevator. And we're going to have a trial that I am the least prepared for. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up, one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery.
What?
What the... Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. No matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD. This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? T_T.
What?
He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. Oh. I don't know what that is to everybody else, but to me, that's Rob doing Dancing Kirby. So that's kind of funny. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? I'm not talking to him this time. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it just never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. He didn't do those lines he always says. Why is this an Egyptian tomb? Just the 6 of you, huh? Really?
This is kind of depressing.
That's so few. You must be lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one last classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. All right, so the curtain opened for the 4th time. He's doing the words here. Moving it on beyond that. And now we get some voice acting, so I don't have to. Set skills. So I got those 2 I think are newer. But I bet you I can't do all of them. That takes 2. That takes 3. Oh, I'm just shy by 1. All right, what are they? Increases the focus gauge by 2 effective during the class trial. I think I do want that. So I feel like specifically for me, the hardest one is the rhythm part. And I think that'll help me. That'll make that focus that I use to counter the neg time last longer. Lost in Thought increases the time limit for each phase. I don't think I need that. I haven't noticed that being a problem. What does this do? Steadies your aim a little. I'll take that. Increases the speed of memorizing a statement. Oh, that when I like... Yeah, okay. I'll keep that. Focus recovers more quickly. I'll take that. Increases damage when a statement is destroyed. Hell yeah. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. Oh! I didn't realize I was reloading 2 at once. That will help me a little bit too. I mostly need help with the BTB, just to be upfront about that. So yeah, I think I did set those, right? Yeah. All right. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation.
No.
And I'll punish.
Yep.
Now then, where to begin?
Start at the beginning, and when you get to the end, stop.
We already know who did it.
Whoa! Deja vu.
Yeah, right.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Well, yeah, it's... She was aware of Sakura's intent to meet with them.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing him?
Oh, no, it's not the only reason. Oh, shit. I let go of the focus.
Wrong.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all 3 of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Alright, so we're targeting Hiro here.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all 3 of them, there's no way that's not suspicious.
I'm sorry, there's something I want to check. Oh, I can't do it from here. There were a couple times when I had more than 1 bullet, and yet I think it has to do with the difficulty, but I'm really sure I went with the normal difficulty, and I think it's only the lower one that would happen. So I don't know when or how that changed, but I guess I can't change it now.
One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I don't think you did.
I didn't either.
I don't know if you did.
Same here. I never saw her.
Oh, yeah, she did. Sure did.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right. Yeah, it does not match Aoi's account. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is... It's a weird answer, but this must be it.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all! I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what proof do you have?
I'm talking about her shining message!
No. You were barred from going in there by Hina. You couldn't have seen that. Kyoko and I are the only ones who saw that magazine upside down.
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
I was so right. It was this asshole who wrote that in there.
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
Right.
So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
When Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was on the magazine shelf? Why are they asking that?
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Oh yeah, I know. Magazine dying message. Okay.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Wait, what? What was I supposed to shoot? He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body, but at that time, where was the magazine? It was on the shelf.
I can tell you exactly.
Oh, I have to steal, don't I? Okay, or whatever they call it.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
I have to shoot at that one
I can tell
with
you when I
something.
found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
Maybe?
I found the magazine
No,
tucked
that one.
away on the magazine shelf.
Okay. How do I? Nope.
When I
How
pulled
do I
it
speed
out,
up?
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I
Oh.
found the dying message.
Really?
It was only after I found the magazine when I pulled
Oh, you know what? I always get this backwards. So I bet you I have to
I can tell you
take
exactly
when we
Ogre's
found.
body was discovered.
Shit.
And I can tell
Okay.
you when I found the dying message.
Ogre's body was
It
discovered.
was only after the investigation had begun.
Maybe?
I found the magazine tucked away on
I
the
think
magazine
this one.
shelf.
Shit.
Shoot!
I I can tell you exactly when I found.
I am so positive it's those two.
I can tell you, it was
Only after the I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf when I
Oh,
pulled it
shit.
out.
That was it. Damn it.
What I said makes total sense.
Sorry.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body.
Uh-huh.
I can tell you,
It was only
Not
after
that
the
one.
I found the magazine tucked away on the
I think I missed when I shot this the
What I said
first
makes
time.
Total sense.
So I need to use the focus.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying
It's
message.
down here.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
No,
That's so annoying. That is so annoying.
when Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
Right.
That's where Kyoko found it. After we'd begun the investigation, and you weren't at the murder scene. So there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
Clean hands, buddy.
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah?
No, I was never under the assumption that that was Sakura's writing.
I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
No, the hands were
100%,
clean.
Without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Well, at least 30% of the time. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Moment of truth. Oh, I'm doing one of these already? Holy crap. Okay.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. Show me the proof.
This should prove it. I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah?
You know what, though? Hold on. Sorry, it's occurring to me. I know we keep saying like he's a moron and what have you, but there was a too stupid moment here. I feel like he's bringing up the magazine as if he knew everybody had seen it. Was it not on the magazine stand? Like when he was in there? He knew it was written down. So like, I'm assuming he wrote Toko's name. With whose blood, I'm starting to wonder. But who would put it back on the shelf? Was Sakura trying to hide that because it was wrong? Huh.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
He admits it.
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
Whoa. Okay, I was wrong. I didn't think he could do it.
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there,
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
Why would she tell you that, though?
So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head.
Okay, the locker's closed.
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, wait. What about the second bottle?
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No. What about the other?
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
Oh, also it doesn't answer the vomiting situation. What would he had to do after writing the message? It doesn't make sense. I'm not surprised by this. This is a little weird, but yeah, why would he hide it? We could have missed it.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Okay, that's why he was acting like everybody should have seen it.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
It was Toko. She was in the closet. Okay, Toko's in the closet. She sees this happen. Including her name being written on the thing. She hides it. Who does the second blow? Byakuya? And how did this kill Sakura? I'm confused.
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Way ahead of you, Kyoka. Yeah, obviously Toko would not be happy about that.
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Sorry. It's not that I'm not paying attention, it's that I like to think sometimes.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that. Get down. Whoa, okay. Examination summaries, status. I don't think yellow powder matters here.
I didn't want to, but I did it.
Oop.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered.
Wait, which one of those mentions she was hit twice? Kyoko's examination.
And she went limp.
Okay, this is the one that I need.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer!
Killer.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind before she
Hit it from the back.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong. If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
Well,
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
because 6 bottles looks like 6 bottles and it's a small number.
That's easy. If you look at what the bottle...
Oh yeah, and the chess pieces.
It should become clear.
Why do they keep talking around the chess piece thing? It's not as if that's hard to figure out. Yeah, okay. This is weird that they're babying this. Is it gonna be chess? Oh, it's not chess. Oh, it's chess pieces. Okay. Give me an E. Oh, it's chess piece, not pieces.
Now I understand. That's it! The chess pieces! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was
The knight.
the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
Where's the queen?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
Yeah, we found its
How is it
glass.
clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that was missing is broken, right?
I got it! The bottle must have been broken
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Yeah, we figured it out. Oh, this one.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by the second attacker.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Yeah, right?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
The locker.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room, and I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. Oh, good. A late game, new element. Oh, to a bullet time battle. Hooray. What now? So far, you've probably been pressing the Y button during your final strike without a second thought. Yes, it was nice. But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select the same way as during the non-stop debate. Simply press the LB button, and also like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you set it to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? Also, that's a typo. That should be V, not R. Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go, you what? Halfway? I don't know if I like this game that much. It's halfway. Oh my god, the videos and the audio for this are going to be like 1.5 terabytes. Holy crap. And if people are wondering why so large, yes, it uploads as MP4 and MP3, but we recorded an MKV and WAV. Ugh. Damn. Yeah, have fun for the next 50 hours. Oh, right. This now.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! That's
Bunch of shards on the floor. Nope.
This should prove it.
Okay, good. I got it right. Halfway. Jesus.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker?
Did you know this is 8 chapters long?
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Yeah!
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Calm and easy.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
And yeah, because that doesn't make sense.
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Okay, so she doesn't carry those over between states.
Guess it's back!
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights!
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
Wait. So the blood by the magazines were... No, that can't...
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Cause normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Right.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep talking like that and Hina's
Well,
gonna...
then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Hold on. That doesn't explain the vomiting. And the door being locked.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
I miss it.
My command, darling.
Okay, examination status and yellow powder.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
Oh, yeah.
You were taken by surprise.
Hold on. Status and examination were both there. Yeah, is it that? Oh, shoot. It had switched over. My bad.
Shoot!
I wanted... Yeah, here we go.
And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine.
Oh, that wasn't even something I could shoot.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
That doesn't make
And where
sense.
did the attack take place?
Right.
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Not possible.
No, that's wrong. We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
Shut up.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
She didn't sound like she was trying to hide
Are
anything.
you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Because you're talking about the blood stain. So that just means... Okay, hang on. So that just means that... So the story that we're getting here is that Sakura was hit twice on the head. First by Hiro in the chair. Now a second time over the magazine... Or by the magazine rack. But that neither of those killed her. I'm remembering now that the Monokuma file doesn't actually give you the cause of death. which is making me think this whole time the blows to the head are not the cause of death. So we're nowhere near done because it has to be poison with the vomiting. But the thing is that powder was on top of her shoe, which is still confusing the crap out of me. Oh, evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. The bloodstain.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The bloodstain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
Yeah, I don't think that is.
There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy.
Oh?
After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
No, I'm not buying that bullshit.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No.
And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
She then would have known Sakura went back to the chair.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Oh, it was open when we first saw Sakura, right.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open.
You know, the words that Hiro said Sakura mentioned was that she's going to end it all. And he took that as a threat to him. Would Monokuma call a trial for a suicide?
So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then. Where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? She was either poisoned or she poisoned herself, is what I'm standing on here. But I'm really bothered by the powder being on top of her shoe and the bottle being on top of the glass. Dance music. Okay. Boy, I wish I never asked for multiple bullets, huh? I'm guessing AOA's
That
account.
killed Ogre. If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause.
Although,
Sakura,
this doesn't have...
anything other than the shot to her head.
What about the vomit?
No, that's wrong.
Wait, was that on the... Yeah, that was on Monokuma.
According to the Monokuma file,
Yeah.
Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
Huh. I was going to make a statement of how dumb that is, but why is she making that statement at all? What was said before that? This isn't going to be that Hina poisoned her, is it? Because this line from Hina is total cover.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You were wrong before.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
Did they copy-paste that text?
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us, I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements, I'm positive. Right, that would be this section.
Got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
No. Hold on. Where the hell is it? Okay, so think of this and... okay. Where is... Okay, yeah. We're assuming, or Byakuya is assuming, that Sakura was poisoned and would have been poisoned by having that chemical put in her drink, right? Instead of something from the first, or the Section A. I'm bothered by that idea for a couple of reasons. I keep harping in my head on the yellow powder being on top of her shoe, for one. And that also top part is important as well because this is on top of the glass. Those don't match up with this at all. Also, take a look at that. You can't confuse one bottle for the other because all the supplements that belong in A are white, and then the poisons are all these dark red or brown glass ones. And since there's footprints in the powder, I think someone's messing around. And I think somebody's messing around here. I think somebody put this here to screw with us. I actually don't know how that would work, though. Because that leaves it to Byakuya or Hina, which is so weird because at first it was, oh, it's Toko or Hiro, right? Well, my thoughts are incomplete. Never mind. Sorry, just held everything up.
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprits switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean this.
What is he doing? I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do is stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Oh, wait. It's switched inside the bottle, not mixed in with her other stuff. And it's yellow. Huh. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
I think they're pointing at the poison having been in here. Was it Hina? I really... But why would... That seem so unlike Hina's character up to this point. Because they made a big deal... They keep making a big deal about the idea that at one point maybe somebody was hiding in the room. But where were they hiding? And then they snuck in from behind. This was left after we broke the window. There were 3 people. It was me, Kyoko, and Hina. And I know, like, before I said, like, I don't trust Kyoko because I don't know much about her. And I do kind of trust Hina, but... I wonder if we're going to bring those footprints back up, because that's got to be addressed again. And the shoe. Okay, what am I doing here? Okay. Oh. Protein drink. Yeah, it's got to be protein drink. Oh, I need R. I'm looking for P. Come on. These are moving a little faster, finally.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Why would she... If it was Hina who did it, with the poison, with this bottle, why would she place it back there and not by the body? I think I got lost on this one. Huh.
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
But the placement of it doesn't make sense still.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Oh, yeah.
I got it!
The Makamu battle?
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison.
Okay.
And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Yeah, he's talking about the footprints.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
Why would they have knowingly done that, too? That doesn't fit. The placing of the protein on the glass doesn't fit. In leaving footprints doesn't fit.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
This one blew up my brain.
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
What are the odds, though, that because the yellow powder is the one that's broken in front of C and spilled over the floor, and also matches Sakura's shoe. What are the odds that whatever was moved to A also happened to be the same color as what was on the floor?
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
What happened?
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
I don't buy this at all.
Just as I suspected.
Really?
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
How did she lock the door? And why would she place the bottle later?
And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Do I wear sneakers? I wouldn't know. Not Byakuya. Leon's not around, so yeah.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Yeah, we know. I don't buy this. This is bad.
Belonged to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you?
Yeah, I guess she changed her tune once we stopped talking about the blows to the head.
This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Great. great. I started this one saying, oh man, there's only 2 that I like on this thing. And now they're both going to be gone?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
It doesn't make sense.
Well, it's just the 2 of them were so close.
Beyond that, there's some evidence weakness here.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction.
Okay.
Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
Then she has to answer how she locked the door.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink, but when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once.
No.
And then
No fucking way. No. How? That's not what the evidence shows. How did this happen? She didn't drink straight up powder.
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
Thank you.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves, just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
Okay, nice speech, dumbass, but that's absolutely not the case here.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
As part of it, not the only part.
Hina, if you really are the killer,
Thank you.
explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Man, I thought they may have screwed this case up big time, the game developers.
Well,
But it is a suicide, isn't it? That's the only thing that makes sense now.
that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
And why is Hina putting up this fake show?
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint?
Right.
It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
Which is nuts. Oh, that's why. It is a suicide. Is Hina that pissed off about the suicide? She's trying to just take us all out? Because she was ready to go after Hiro, which would have been wrong if it is a suicide. Then Toko, which is wrong if it is a suicide. She changed and did like an about face when we started talking about the poison, and then she's just like, you know what, I'll just admit it. And she's been breaking down in tears until now when talking about her killing her best friend here. I think she was trying to take us out just to end the game entirely.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
So wait, if it is a suicide though, how does that get resolved?
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see.
Then you would have had footprints all across the length of the shelf.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf.
No.
And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because it's not true.
Repeat that series of events one more time.
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Man, if Hina killed her or somebody else did and it's not a suicide, I'm going to look like a dummy. Footprints in the powder. That's the one I want. Or source of the powder,
First I went
maybe.
to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
I think it's this one.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C
To Section A.
There are your footprints then.
No, that's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Right, which is why you don't need to flashback it.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
No, they're not.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Oh, cool. Way to hang on to that.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
What?
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Oh. Not just any piece of glass, that's from the window. Okay.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle.
Haven't we all?
And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, I'll explain the evidence you found.
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Here it is.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think I got it together now. Sakura, I believe, drank poison to commit suicide in order to not play this game from the mastermind anymore. Hina, being her best friend, must have been devastated by that, I would assume. And I think the best I can come up for Hina is that she's just like, fuck it, we're ending it now. Hina's the one who had to place that bottle, which is something that I started thinking of before. But I kept wondering, why the hell was she going to the shelf anyway, other than to set it up? She's covering for Sakura. I bet you Sakura drank the poison bottle in Hina to cover this and do what she's doing. She probably swapped these things. I don't know. I guess Sakura then was the one who put the chair in front of the door, which explains there was no actual locked room puzzle the way they were talking about. And so Hina couldn't come back and swap it. Oh, wait. Did Sakura know what Hina would do? Because the only reason to lock that door is to keep Hina from... I don't know. I don't know that I'm right. I don't know.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
Because I was thinking the footprints was Hina putting the poison back in A.
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
where was it the bottle of poison would have been when I broke the rec room window? When I broke the rec room window? You're talking about... She was saying it was here that she grabbed it to give it to her, and I don't think that's right.
the bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room.
Right, she's swapping this stuff
It was
out.
there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there.
Which Hina either also grabbed then or might as well have had it with her the whole time.
That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
Oh, are we?
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked, but how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Because it was on top of the glass.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right?
No.
If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
Good question.
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Yes.
Not at all.
Yes, it is.
Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Toko and Hiro weren't there.
Not me.
Same here.
Yeah, me either.
Uh-huh.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
Well, you are losing your shit, Byakuya.
How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. I guess the drink option?
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be! It was in there before the rec-
I mean, obviously not.
No, that's wrong. You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course! It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can.
They were also under it.
He also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
Right, so it was a loaded question.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
Nope.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Whoa.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right?
Nope, it was Sakura.
Took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think,
Not calling
Makoto?
her ogre.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
Yep.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. It's the powder on the shoe. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Oh, we're doing the rhythm game, aren't we? No? Yes. Okay.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it. Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Technically, no.
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
Nope.
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only
Sadly.
explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
See, now she's got tears.
No, you didn't kill her.
Wait, I never remember where anybody is standing. Oh,
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
right.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did.
Or preferably messing with the scene so that we'd start accusing each other.
She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
I didn't think that's why she was back there. I thought it was just because it's like, this is her friend, you know?
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
Oh, right.
You said you were going to go get everyone else,
I didn't catch that.
but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room, while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. You have to end this properly.
Oh, right. I was like, what do you mean? Okay. Glance through these real fast. Okay. Oh, here everybody's reading Sakura's note. Oh, there we go. It looks like a girl there. Oh, is this... Wait, is she going in or coming out? Oh, there's more over here. Hold on. I think she's going... Shoot. I don't know which one is... She's sweating in this one, so I'm going to say this is her going in. I'm going to be so annoyed if that's backwards, because that's kind of hard to tell. Okay. Oh, he would be the night piece, right? Okay, and there's, he was drawing Toko's name. This must be her exiting. Oh, her hiding this. Okay. And this will be the queen. Oh, well, wait. That can't be right. There's blood on her hands here. Go back to that. Is it that one? I don't know where this is. That doesn't look like Sakura's hand. Yeah, that's Sakura's hand. This is Hina's thing. Wait. Oh, okay. This matches that. So this is that. So... This is a mistake, though.
The killer is you! This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out.
I thought we were calling her Genocide Jill.
And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
But wait, her covering it up doesn't mean that she's the blackened, right? Or how? See, I don't know how we deal with that.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Okay, they didn't ask my question. I'm surprised I got all A's there because I did screw up at one point. But okay, I'll take it.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote.
Whoa, I'll grab my own lever, thank you.
So, who will be chosen as the blackened?
Can we vote for Sakura?
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I don't know. Oh, okay, they can. Oh, weird. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, I was right. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were going to take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate, so instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault, after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive this!
my closest friend got hurt. Sakura,
I...
because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. She thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you... Please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
She clearly believed, she completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. That was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you'd pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Hina,
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder, and that's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could, but by the time I got there, it was already too late.
Please. Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. We killed her, all of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray? You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the clash trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets, but even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant?
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. But Hina already...
Bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the clash trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut.
And?
So then what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Jeez, talk about a buzzkill. All right, here we go. Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
Oh, damn it. I was going to take a drink, and it wasn't all voice acted. It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then she didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, No normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt, not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless.
Oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone, blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note, and plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
What?
Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other, we're friends who need to work together.
No?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her, I can't blame her, and nobody can blame Hina either.
Ooh.
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you. Remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other.
He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you?
This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game, which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement, which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here?
Now I have only one thing to look forward to,
It's all clear now.
and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Wherever Master goes, I go, and if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
The fun time?
Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
what?
But Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens, no. Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times one rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest. Excuse me? Who the hell? Oh no. There's only one of us not here right now that we know of. Did he find Alter Ego's laptop? A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Son of a bitch. How did he... That's very annoying. So either the mastermind or student 16 found him in that room.
Oh no!
You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk. That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled is where it's at.
So,
Yeah,
but
we know.
still,
But still.
I'm
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him? Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's a pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend, and you killed him. Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was sneaky. Oh, it was sneaky. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So, of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able.
Yeah, okay, we don't need the flashes. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
Very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Holy moly, you're like super mad. Just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
what?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay, then here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully, it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school.
A clue.
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit.
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it.
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note.
Let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it.
Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you. Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long. Think hard.
Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us? Yeah, I was just going to say, Hyoko said, "What did you do to me?" to him like 18 years ago. Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over. That wasn't the last chapter, was it? That feels like a long time ago.
You.
Yeah, I'm not reading these flashbacks. It's way too wordy of a game as it is. The mastermind did something to our bodies? What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I have no clue. I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? Well, no, then what's the guns for? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel just awful thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
but
Now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Okay, let's get out of here. But Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. That kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. Weren't you losing to that kind of challenge? What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
I see what you mean. Then I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master. What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball, because you are, sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently, God. Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse give and take. Me. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us.
This as such soon, okay?
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Wake up. Who's telling me to wake up? Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Oh.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
How did you get in my room?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Yeah. In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. But my door, it was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked. Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. 3 a.m.? Why is Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Yeah, what the crap, lady? It's so late. What happened?
Kodo.
I have a favor I need to ask. What's your favor?
So,
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. We need art for that? The data center on the 4th floor.
goodbye.
What? I'll meet you there. We can't get into there, it's locked. Without another word, she was gone. What the... Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? I thought it was locked. Okay, well, we're not leaving this episode just yet because of this nonsense. What do you mean, the data center? I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. Is she sending me up to get stabbed again? That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is she maybe inside already? I put my hand to the door and with a certain amount of force... Nope, it didn't open. I tried again, but still locked. It must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing up, mister?
Damn it!
Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know?
Oh, well, I just...
You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But I can see that, you dolt. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed. Oh, that's the wrong voice. Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Oh, there you are. Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoka?
You too? You guys?
The two of you just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay. Oh, no, that's a different floor, though. I think this time she used me as a distraction. Did she try going back into that secret room? Or did she do something at the headmaster's office when they weren't looking? Because we keep saying mastermind. Is it just one person? So we've got a way of actually, with our meager numbers, a way of actually splitting their attention?
Yeah, go on, get out of here. Shoo.
So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
Hold on. Listen, what was all that about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked, and then she shows up late and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that? Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Good night. Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Mukuro Ikusaba. Who the hell is Mukuro Ikusaba? Kyoko is right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Yeah, I heard you the first time. What does it mean?
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
Oh, okay.
The one they call the ultimate despair.
Ultimate
Watch out
despair.
for her.
Huh. Okay, so we've got a name. That's new. Funny. Yeah. Huh. Oh, thank you. Okay, well, time to wrap it up there. So that's what we'll do. So we have a name for the 16th student. Have no idea where the hell they are or what they've been doing this whole time. Participation is supposed to be mandatory in those trials, and yet Monokuma never seems to have an issue with them not being there. Oh, actually, hold on. You know, this whole time I kind of thought Mukuro Ikusaba, I don't know, it kind of sounds like Monokuma, doesn't it? So this whole time I've been thinking the 16th student is one person and the headmaster is another. Are they one and the same? If so, that would mean that a student was doing all this to us? Oh, good. More mysteries. I'm taking a break, though. So I'm sure you guys would like one as well. So, see you later. Bye. Chapter 5 is next.